everyone. I'm here at Adaptive Textiles, and we are crazy busy making masks. I'm going to give you a step-by-step. The first step, we prepare the twill tape, and here's Sean Brannon. So Sean's got this great system for cutting the twill tape. We need twill tape that is 40 inches long, one for each side of the mask. And so he placed these bolt supports 40 inches apart. We also like to mark the edges, or actually mark the center point of the twill tape so that we can line it up to the mask. And so he's got a quick little way, oops. He's marking, this will be the center point of each mask. Tie, and then marking the other side. And then he's just going to make diagonal cuts right down the center. You can see how fast this is, especially if he does like 100 wraps. Makes some nice diagonal cuts. Through both layers, and that gives us 40-inch strips with a center marking. Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome.
Michelle is cutting the engineered designs. One thing to keep in mind is that you don't want to cut individual squares. We actually want to keep the entire row together and work with the whole row at a time. This particular engineered design is set up to fit 7 across, and so we'll be working in sets of 7 as we create the mask. This is a cool logo design to go to Hyro's soccer team. This goes much faster if you have one person on either side of the table. So Michelle is putting face together and stitching. Can you pull that back so we can see? There we go. Good sides together. Just folding it in half and creating a tube. And the stitch is, what, 3/8 inch seam allowance. Yeah. And she's got the stitch length set to 3. It can be a nice big stitch so you can move fast. The reason for that is this, you know, it's going to get flipped right side out and it has a wire in the top, and there'll be another top stitch, so it doesn't have to be a real tight stitch. So Marina is going to press the seam open and then add a twist tie as a wire for the nose. And now she's taking a Sailrite adhesive tape and she's going to apply it right down the center of that seam, straddling. But it's not going to hit each end. She's going to just have it extend, what, 1/2 inch on the outside of each of the wire placements?
Yes, 1/2 inch.
1/2 inch. All right, let me take a peek there, see. And then Marina is going to place a twist tie. We got these twist ties from Uline, 4-inch white plastic twist tie. They're designed for medical and outdoor use. Now the twist tie is placed just above the stitch, just above that seam. And it sticks nicely because of the Sailrite tape. But notice it's not overlapping that stitch at all. It's just right up next to it. Now she's pinching the seam allowance together, and that just seals the twist tie into the seam allowance. So Sean's gonna flip. Now his hands are not tiny like the rest of us, so he's got his own method. He's making sure it's sealed. And then what do you do here, Sean? You've got a stick?
And just flip it like this, roll it like this.
Okay.
Right? Looks a little sloppy, but it's been working out.
All right.
Get it up as far as I can get it. Then I tuck that there, and right out.
Oh, nice.
Easiest way for me.
Yeah, good job. Cool. All right. And now he's going to line up that seam to the bottom edge of the table. Sean's mask was made out of color test scraps off the digital printer.
That's my favorite one.
Is your favorite mask? The other masks you see everyone wearing are part of the Printmakers Collective masks, where our textile print clients got together and offered their designs for masks for everyone. Okay, so he's lining up that seam right to the edge. Now Fabi, our pleat master, is pressing it out, getting the bottom piece in, making sure the top's lined up real nice. Here's a close-up of the pleating process. It's on a different design, but Fabi is folding up. So this is the top of the mask, folding to the back. There's a small circle, and that marks the placement of that first fold. And then she goes up from the bottom at the star. Okay. This mask has two pleats, one at the circle and one at the star. Now she opens it up and matches circle to circle and star to star to get the pleat placement. So this side's the top of the mask and that side's the bottom. This side's the top that has the wire. Let's get a close-up of the circle to circle. Circle to circle, right there, and star to star. So you actually want them kissing. Like this. Nice job. See how much faster that is working with all 7 at a time rather than pleating up individual? All right, and we're gonna wait to cut even one more step. I'm gonna do a top stitch to enclose the wire. So I'm gonna do it on the whole run of 7. Stitch lengths at 3 here. And I'm stitching just to the left of where that sticky tape is. So I'm missing that. But even if I sew through that tape, it's really not too bad. So here we go. And there's the stitch. And the wire is inside. Now I like to snip the mask, cutting through all the layers. So if you look closely, there's a little gray cut line. It's hard to see on this one because there's a pinstripe in the back, but see that gray cut line? I'm going to cut right on that. And we'll pass a stack to Hyro. These masks are actually for his soccer team. We like stitching the twill tape on at this machine because this machine has the automatic back tack and it cuts the thread, so it makes this step really fast. He's lining up. Can you show you're lining up your center mark?
Mm-hmm.
Lining up, wrapping the cut edge, and then the back tack is overlapping right on the edge of the mask. Nice. What's the name of your soccer team?
Puro crack.
What?
Puro crack.
All right. Way to go.